Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing good and you are safe at your homes. Tech Info is back with another set of practical video. And I hope these videos are helpful for clearing your concepts related to different AWS services. In this video, we will discuss about VPC peering connection, and I'll discuss a few use cases also that are dependent on VPC peer connection. So just a background, what I covered in my previous videos, I have created videos on different creating a network layer and then adding elastic IP demonstration, and then we added compute layer and NAT gateway concept also, and another concept, interesting concept of load balancing, that is distributing the uh, internet traffic to different instances. And then I also created another beautiful concept of auto scaling group, and I must recommend to see these videos and you can understand these concepts. So in this video, I'll work on VPC peer connection in same region and different region. So let's move forward and create this concept and on AWS console. So VPC peering connection. So if we talk about this concept, it's about establishing connectivity using AWS Transit Gateway or VPC peering connection. So these are two different concepts of Transit Gateway and VPC peering connection. So I'll cover both of these Transit Gateway and VPC peering concept in these coming videos. So in this, I am talking about VPC peering. So it's about connecting different VPCs, that is virtual private clouds on AWS, and establishing communication between two VPCs. So if we talk about VPC, it's like a virtual data center that we are creating on AWS. So in case if there are two customers and in same region or in different regions of the world, and they want to establish communication between these two VPCs, so we can use VPC peering connection. Or another use case can be a customer A wants to establish connectivity between customer B network, and like providing services like POC or some other services that needs to be provided to customer B, and they require communication between their different VPCs. So to enable that, we need to use VPC peering connection. Or another use case can be customer A has overtaken business of another customer B, and now they want to establish a communication between these two networks or different virtual data centers between two VPCs. So in that case also we need to use a VPC peering connection. So if we see diagrammatically, what I'll cover in this video is that these are two VPCs in the same region, region 1 and region 1. So, and these are two VPCs of customer A and customer B. Customer A is having VPC 1 and VPC 2. And then we will select VPC peering connection to establish communication between these two connections. These two virtual private clouds or virtual data centers. What I have done is I have already created VPC 1 and VPC 2 and already created public subnet and launched a Linux machine in this public subnet, and also launched another machine in public subnet of VPC2. And we will create this virtual peering connection and VPC peering connection to establish communication between these two VPCs. So let's go to AWS console and check the practical concept. So here I am into AWS console. So if we talk about region, I am into Mumbai region and located in India. So as I've shown in the diagrammatically, I have created two VPCs, and this is VPC1 with network 10.1.0.0/24 and another VPC2 that is 10.11.0/24. So I have created these two VPCs, and if we see move forward and subnets, So these are the two subnets, VPC1, public subnet for VPC1 and public subnet for VPC2. So these are the subnets that I have created it. So moving forward, and route tables. So if you want to see how I created these VPCs and subnets, you can visit my previous videos and watch those, and that will be helpful for creating these different network services components. So these are the routing tables for VPC1 and VPC2, and I have created separate gateways for VPC1 and VPC2, so that when we launch machines in that, they can access internet, and accordingly have updated their gateways also in the routing table. So this is the if we talk about routing table of VPC1, then for internet connection, it's going over the cloud, over the internet gateway that is attached to this VPC. So for internet, it's going over, right? So this is the routing table, internet gateway. So these were the basic network components. So let's go to peering connection. So to establish connectivity between these two virtual private clouds or virtual data centers that are in the same region. So let's go to peering connection and create peering connection. So let's give this demo PC001. So the requester is VPC1. So VPC1, and it's in the same region, or we can, I'll create another video for connecting to another region. So VPC acceptor is VPC2, and subnet is associated for that. So create peering connection. Okay. So we have to accept it because VPC1 has requested it to connect to VPC2. So let's select it and accept this request. Yes. So now this request has been accepted by VPC2, and we have to modify the routing tables because for these, if we see the diagram, so for this was already going to internet, but if we want to reach to this network, we have to define the route. It was going to internet like this, and this all is also going to internet. But if we want to route the traffic of this subnet towards this one, then we have to update the routing table of this subnet towards this peering connection and update the routing table of this towards the peering connection to reach to this network, and vice versa. So if you understand the routing concepts, if you do not understand that, you can watch my previous videos. That will be helpful to understand these routing concepts. So let's get back to the console. So let's modify the routing tables. So if we talk about modifying the VPC1 route table, so if we go to VPCs, so for VPC, we have to add route for VPC2 network. So we go to this one, edit the routes, add route. So for 10.1.1.0/24. So that's it. So if we confirm it, so VPC2 is 10.1.1.0/24. So for this, it should go to the peering connection. So we are selecting the peering connection that we created. Save changes. Similarly, let's update the routing table of VPC2. Edit routes, add route. So just to confirm the IP address subnet of VPC1, 10.1.0.0.24, 10.1.1.0 2/24. It should go to the peering connection. Yeah, demo PCs 0001 save changes. Is equal to more specific than the root target interface. Cancel. Edit. So the VPC1 is 10.1.0.0. 10.1.0.0/24. It should go to the peering connection. Save changes. Yeah. So now routing tables are updated and routing is established. So let's check. So I have launched two machines. If we talk about instances, I have launched these two instances in different VCs. So these are the two instances that I've launched in these VPC. So if you want to understand how the launch instances are launched and how to connect that, you can watch my previous videos. So VPC1 instance and VPC2 instance. So I have connected to these. So let's go to the instance. So this is my instance. So if we talk about subnet, VPC1 machine 10.1.10.112. So I have two machines. So this is a VPC1 machine. And if we go to another instance, 10.1.1.2.3.4. So this is the another machine. Okay. So let's get back to, so these are the two machines. So from VPC1 machine, if I ping this machine, we should be able to reach it. Ping 10.1.1.2.3.4. Yeah, so it's working. So we are able to reach from VPC1 to VPC2. So we can check this connectivity from here also. 10.1.0.112. Yeah. So you can see we have established the connectivity between VPC1 and VPC2 over peering connection. So I hope that was easy and understand the concept of VPC peering connection. So I hope this is helpful for understanding the VPC peering connection concept. So that was it for this video, and I hope this is helpful, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, like it, and you can subscribe to my channel. I'll keep on adding these interesting videos. Thank you. Bye bye.